Great power comes great responsibility. It's a phrase that sounds like wisdom, but it carries something heavier beneath the surface. Not just a motto, not even a curse. More like a reflexive moral compass. Peter doesn't sit around overthinking ethical dilemmas or drafting moral frameworks. He simply acts when he sees someone in need. Not because he's obsessed with being perfect, but because once you have seen how your actions or your inactions can change someone's life, you can't unsee it. That awareness is the beginning of responsibility, and it changes him, not just in his actions, but in the very way he sees himself and the world around him. But here's the thing, Peter isn't like Batman, drowning in guilt over every choice, nor is he like Superman, detached from humanity and burdened by idealism. He's not the perfect hero you imagine, he's just Peter, messy, imperfect, human. His life isn't just about saving the day, it's about navigating the tension between his moral responsibility and his human limitations, and that struggle is what makes him so relatable. It's what makes him real. He's constantly asking himself, am I doing enough? Every time he makes a choice, there's that flicker of doubt. Every time he saves someone, he wonders, what if I could have done more? What if I failed them? That self-doubt doesn't disappear. It follows him. And it's there when he's alone. And it's there in the moments when he feels like he's not doing enough. No matter how much he sacrifices. In philosophy, we often talk about duty. The idea that we are bound to do good regardless of the cost. But Peter doesn't live by that black and white rule. Instead, he lives by a more nuanced principle, something closer to virtue, where the character you build and the choices you make in the moment define your actions. He's not out there trying to save everyone every time, he's trying to be someone who steps up when it matters. But even then, he doubts himself. What if I'm not enough? What if my best isn't enough? Sometimes the burden of that doubt is too much. Sometimes he questions whether all his effort is worth it. Peter didn't want this responsibility. He didn't ask for these powers. He didn't choose to lose Uncle Ben. But the truth is, none of that matters. What matters is that he has his powers, and he must live with consequences of it every day. And that's something no one ever tells you about responsibility. The cost is real. Not just physically or mentally, but emotionally. Peter isn't just carrying the weight of his powers. He's carrying the weight of expectation. And sometimes when he fails, he doubts whether he should keep going at all. Maybe I'm just a guy who made a choice he never wanted, and now I'm stuck with it. Peter has walked away before. He has given up. He stayed on the sidelines while others suffered. Not because he's evil, but because he's human. Peter isn't a hero because he sacrificed everything. He's a hero because he tries, and fails, and tries again, without letting the weight of responsibility erase who he is. His self-doubt doesn't define him. His resilience does. Every time he questions himself, he also chooses to get back up. He keeps trying, even when he wonders if he's doing it all wrong. That's what makes him real. He's present, in pain, in joy, chaos. His power doesn't isolate him, it connects him. That's the true heroism. Not in the responsibility itself, but in the balance. The refusal to let that responsibility strip away the very essence of who he is, even when he feels like he's not enough. At the end of the day, Spider-Man isn't just a hero because of the powers he has, but because of the way he handles his doubts, his mistakes, and his responsibilities. We all carry expectations for ourselves, for others, for the future we dream of, but it's okay to question those expectations, to feel unsure and to fail. What matters is that we keep going, even when things don't turn out the way we imagined. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being human, staying true to who we are, doing our best. Even when the world feels like it's too heavy to carry, just like Peter Parker, we can find balance in the chaos to keep moving forward, one step at a time.